Hi everyone, this video is on the full moon in Libra, which happens on the 31st of March. It happens at 1:36 in the afternoon, and that's based on UK time. Now, a full moon is when the sun and moon are 180 degrees away from each other, so they're opposed to each other. And the sun illuminates the moon, it hits it full on, and the moon shines that light back onto us. It's in Libra and it showers us with Libra energy. So it's the completion point in the month for the moon, and it's what it's been building up to. And now it has this amazing sense of release and it lets go of its energy. And that's why full moons are often felt so powerfully. That's why sometimes people struggle sleeping, or why emotions are high, because the energy is so high. Now, this is a really beautiful full moon because there's a mystic rectangle in this chart, which you'll see as this big blue rectangle, and that really makes this something special. So first of all, we have the sun and Mercury conjuncting each other, sitting next to each other. They're 2 degrees up there in Aries. So the sun and Mercury are very powerful and strong at the moment. The sun is your identity. It's very focused on getting things done. Mercury in Aries at 12 degrees likes to communicate in a crystal clear, concise, and goal-oriented fashion. It's interested in results. So those two shine this very kind of productive, impersonal, unemotional energy onto the moon, which is at 10 degrees in Libra, and the moon then transforms that into beautiful, loving, harmonious, people-centered energy. And it showers us with this energy, and it enables us to communicate clearly and to get our point across, but to do that in a way that's tactful and diplomatic, and that gets other people on board rather than alienates them. If we just had the sun and Mercury up there in Aries, yes, we could get our point across, but it would feel quite harsh, and it would make things like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it, just don't bombard me with all this information. The moon softens all of that and it makes it more gentle, so people will be able to express themselves and really talk about the things that they care about and that they feel strongly about, but to do it in a way that's articulate and eloquent and beautiful and loving, and that doesn't put other people at odds. It doesn't make them feel awkward or like they're being bulldozed with something. The moon itself forms a square with Mars in Capricorn and with Saturn and Black Moon Lilith. So Mars is the male principle. It's at 7 degrees in Capricorn, and that's about working towards expressing yourself creatively. So that Mars is also tempered in a sense because it gets down to business. It expresses itself creatively, and it does it by writing things down or by speaking or by painting or by doing something in some sort of tangible, measurable way. 7 is mind and creativity and numerology. So there's a strong drive to express yourself, again, to get the point across, but to do it in a way that other people are going to like, and to really work at shaping things in such a way so that other people can have access to them. Saturn is at 8 degrees in Capricorn, and what that means is that the things that are being said here during this full moon by your friends, by politicians, by people in power, by your family members, it's a time where truths are being spoken, important things are being said. And those important truths are going to change the way certain relationships function and how certain relationships are going to move forward in the future. If you have a friend and you speak a loving truth that you really admire the way they're able to express themselves publicly and how confident they are, that's really going to strengthen your relationship, because that other person is going to feel appreciated by what you've expressed. And you might also then be able to kind of learn from them a little bit and be mentored by them. On the other hand, if it's a political situation and people express negative emotions and they say, well, you know, for instance, this deal is unacceptable and we don't like this, even though they package it nicely, that may alter the relationship of that political situation and create an impasse, and it may create a barrier and more difficulty in that relationship in future. We also have Black Moon Lilith in the mix, and Black Moon Lilith is the ego, and it's at 15 degrees in Capricorn. So the ego is working hard to create opportunities for discord. And when the ego gets involved and works to create misunderstandings and difficulties, it's an indicator that things can be done in a really positive way, and that relationships can become enlightened and can become really close. Because the ego wouldn't be stepping in and making things more difficult unless it felt threatened. And it feels threatened, that's the mystic rectangle, because there's this divine, beautiful opportunities for people who have seen things differently for a long time to come together, to work out their differences, and to really form long-term, positive, productive relationships for the future. So the ego is trying to step in there and sow seeds of discord to say, no, we want more conflict between people, so that there is more distraction and strife and poverty as a result of these kind of failed trade deals, for instance. So it's an important time. The moon also forms this trine with the south node in Aquarius, and that's part of the mystic rectangle. It then forms a sextile. The south node in Aquarius forms a sextile with the Sun and Mercury in Aries. They form a trine with the north node in Leo, and they go back via a sextile to the moon in Libra down there at 1 degree, 10 degrees. So this mystic rectangle is made of fire and air, and the great thing is that it's able to push ideas into the public sphere, but to push them into the public sphere in a beautiful, loving, considerate way, and also in a way that's designed to teach and that's designed to be of service to humanity. So we'll see a lot of positive things being said and done during this time. The phrase that's coming to mind as well is, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So a lot of people will have good intentions, and because they're being supported by this mystic rectangle, they're going to be able to express those intentions in a positive way so that they won't be misunderstood, that they won't lead to this path into negativity, but so that can be avoided. And I really see that on a global level, this is an opportunity for people to come together, for new relationships to be formed. And that's on a kind of, I don't usually talk about the political or the world situation. I usually talk about what's going on for you personally. But the energy is so strong here in terms of the worldly energy that I really see some new bridges being built between countries and politicians and people like that. It also applies to you on a personal level. So the things that you feel strongly about, you're going to temper them and articulate them in a way that's positive, and you're going to express that in a loving way, which teaches those people around you. So if you're someone who's been in the spiritual closet for a while, or in the actual closet for, not the actual closet, but if you've been in the closet because of your sexuality, this is a great time to come out and to present that message, which is difficult, in the best way that you can. There is no perfect way to let people know who you really are. We can only do the best. And if you're someone who's considering that, telling people who you really are, what you're really about, and not living a lie, being honest with your loved ones, then this full moon is the best time to do that, because even if you're not a wordsmith or you're not a wizard in terms of expressing yourself, the astrology is going to help you and support you by doing it this time around. So we've got that mystic rectangle, we've got the square to those other planets in Capricorn. Those are really the only relationships the moon forms. So it's a divinely guided opportunity to take tough truths and to soften them and to present them to other people so that they can be accepted in a positive, loving way and bring people together instead of pulling them apart. So I wish everyone luck who has something difficult that they want to share with other people. I will be praying and hoping for all the people who are trying to make the world a better place, whether it's through business or politics or whatever it is. This full moon is the universe supporting and blessing us as humanity to bring more unity and harmony into the world, and we certainly need that. So that's really positive. Just looking if I've missed anything. No, Chiron is too far to conjunct the Sun. Uranus is also too far away to conjunct Mercury, so that's not relevant in terms of this full moon. Neptune is by itself. The South and North nodes, they're involved in that mystic rectangle, so I've spoken about that. So the South and North nodes usually have to do with life missions and really big goals. And the fact that this full moon connects with a North node in Leo at 12 degrees, 1 and 2 being 3, 3 is about expression and communication, Leo is the public, and it's also making yourself public, so putting yourself in the limelight, center stage, and it's about communicating something that's really honest and truthful. That's what this is about. And it's an opportunity for you to let people know who you really are. So it's a very simple, personal and public full moon that's hopefully, fingers crossed, going to bring people together and create more unity between peoples, make the world a better place. You may think this guy is totally naive for thinking that, but there are opportunities. You know, we have had deals that work. I mean, the Berlin Wall did come down. Sanctions on Cuba were kind of reduced a little bit. There have been good things that have been achieved by people sitting down and talking and being diplomatic and tactful. So practice that in your personal life and you'll make the most of this. And also on a very simple level, if you don't have a lot to share with people, if there's no skeleton in the closet that you need to present that's difficult or painful, then it's a wonderful time to simply spend time with friends and family and to enjoy their company and to enjoy the community you have, to be with your loved ones and to tell those people you love that what they mean to you and to let them know that you really care and that you're grateful to have them in your life. So that's what I get for this beautiful, lovely full moon in Libra. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will speak to you for the daily tarot readings, the weekly horoscopes that I do for all signs, the monthly horoscopes for each sign of the zodiac, and these one-off videos like new moons, full moons, and the recent video that I did on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and their compatibility. If you're interested in that, then visit the channel. Either just type in Gregory Scott and click on my face to see all the videos that I have, or type in youtube.com/tarot astrology and you'll see all the videos that I do. And you can also visit the website gregoryscott.com for more information. Have a wonderful time and have a wonderful full moon here. I wish you all the best and I'll speak to you soon.